Wrestling and coaching wrestlers is something you have to be all the way in on. You have to do the extra work even when you might not feel like it. If we as coaches spent more time developing the young athlete around the importance of self-improvement and not the winning, we would create better people and probably better teams in the long run. These are the words Mike Cunningham has been living by and coaching by for over 26 years. And it's that commitment and dedication to the sport of wrestling that has earned him the honor of being selected into the Connecticut Chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. Mike's introduction to the sport of wrestling happened at an early age. As the son of Jim Cunningham, Mike grew up on the mat and quickly learned the importance of passion, discipline, and dedication. He started wrestling competitively in middle school and wrestled for his father at Holy Cross High School before finishing his wrestling career at Springfield College before starting his teaching career.
I'm most proud of that you're an educator first, in that you teach these young men how to compete and to take the win and the loss and to put this into their daily lives, to give your best so that they become successful out in the world and they can rely on an experience that they went through physically, mentally, and emotionally through the sport of wrestling.
He coaches his kids year-round, and the majority of his lessons are about life skills, about discipline, about responsibility. He's the type of coach that sets the standard and does exactly what he preaches.
He just loves wrestling. It's his entire life. There was never once a moment that he wasn't talking about wrestling during the season and off season. He never lost steam. He's always excited for the practices and especially the matches.
Coach Cunningham cares about the person you are, not just the wrestler who you are. There's principles built into all of his lessons. Principles like always working hard, doing the right things, doing the little things, getting it done.
What you helped me learn, and I think you helped many other people learn, was that no matter the chaos and the situation that's surrounding you, there's always a way to get through that. There's always a road, a clean way out. And even if there's not, there's always a way to make a road.
I always felt comfortable knowing that he was never gonna lead you down the wrong road and that he always had what was best in mind for you.
He teaches a lot of discipline and sacrifice and, working towards something that's bigger than you.
What I learned most from Coach Cunningham was the standard that we should set for ourselves, that the level of expectation that we need to set if we want to be great. That there's going to be no one else in life who is truly going to hold us accountable besides ourselves. And if we want to be truly great at anything, it's up to us.
When people hear the name Mike Cunningham, they definitely think of him screaming on the sidelines and the intensity that he brings to the sport of wrestling. When I was a senior, before I left, I bought him an indestructible clipboard, which would probably shatter his knee if he tried to break it.
A rumor has it that Coach is not a very well-liked coach. And I've heard people saying, how can you wrestle for that man? And all he does is yell. Well, it's like a tough love type of thing. And the kids, they know he breaks a lot of clipboards. They know he's kicked a bunch of chairs, and they know that he yells. But if he wasn't yelling, he wouldn't care. And he's not an angry person to them, and it's not an angry that, oh, you made us lose. It's when he knows that these kids can do better and that this could push them along.
He knew what to say to each individual person, the personality type, whether he needed to be tough on you and tell you to toughen up, or if you just needed some positive words.
I mean, he knew I had potential. He knew that I could be better than I was, and he pushed me. He always pushed me to do my best, to go further than I thought I could.
You really feel the energy, you feel the motivation, you feed off of it. You'd run through a brick wall for him.
I don't think he slams the clipboard like he used to, think he stopped that a while ago, but that was his signature move, and that intensity is, made my team, the team that I was on, a championship team.
His intensity comes from knowing that kids can be better, and it really shows in pushing these kids, taking somebody who's never wrestled before, and then by their senior year turning them into a New England champ.
I've never met anyone so passionate about anything, so dedicated, and has made such an impact personally on my 3 boys, but on so many.
Mike's in the Hall of Fame because he has a holistic approach to coaching. It's not just about the moves. It's about making each individual a better person, showing them life skills where they're going to be successful on and off the mat and moving forward after wrestling.
What I learned most from Coach, and I still think about to today, is how to keep the pressure on our opponents. He really taught me how to be a great technician and the work ethic that was needed to become a state champion. And I owe it to him, and I try to instill that into every one of the kids that I coach since having him as my coach.
What makes Coach Cunningham a special coach is that he cares about the kids and he cares about the program. He cares about the kids when the match is over, when the tournament is over. He's willing to go that extra mile for kids, driving them home, picking them up, making sure they if they need food or money for something, he's there for them to help them out,
He always checked in with me, made sure I was doing well. When I had a rough day in the room or out on the competition mat, Coach would always be there to help me back on my feet and prepare for the next one. I have one image of Coach with his hand on my shoulder after a tough loss, and I still look at that image when I'm going through rough or difficult times to remind myself of what he would want me to do, which is to get up and keep moving forward.
Growing up with a single mother, he was a great role model to me. He taught me what it was, or what it took to be a man, and he showed me through his actions and the way he carried himself on the mat and off the mat what it means to be a good human being.
What I learned most from Coach and still think about today, I was very intense, very serious in the wrestling room, and he'd always walk by me and told me to smile. Which at the time I didn't think much of, but I thought about a lot since then. And I just, I really appreciate the idea of enjoying the process. Titles are fleeting, but the process and the people you grow with are the things that you remember.
He's a great example of that winning recipe of mental toughness and a winning attitude, but he's got that special quality where he's able to foster those characteristics in others, and I still think about that today.
Mike's heart was always in the right place, and he loved those kids and loves them like his own.
I also know that Mike is big on relationships. He developed relationships with his wrestlers where they trust him and what he says. So again, that just is a credit to him as a great coach.
Thank you, Coach, for making me feel like my life was going to be great. And thank you for caring about me and helping me believe in myself, even when I didn't think I should. You pushed me to do better, told me to think about my team and not just myself, as well as taking time to talk to me about my life, off the mat, and most importantly, my future.
Coach Cunningham used to talk about how, being sick is a mindset, and as bizarre as that may sound, there are, definitely situations in your life that you can get through just by being mentally tough.
I just want to say thank you, Coach, for helping me progress on and off the mat. I would have never been able to wrestle at the Division I level without your guidance throughout all my years wrestling for you. And finally, congrats on your induction to the Hall of Fame. It's well deserved.
Coach Cunningham, thank you. Thank you for instilling in us the importance of cultivating a tough and strong mental attitude, discipline, and hard work in our lives. That was very instrumental in my development, being on that 2012 state championship wrestling team, and it's less the importance of the winning, it's more the importance of the day-to-day strengthening myself as a man.
I got tougher, less excuses, because he doesn't accept those, and I don't get tired.
Coach Cunningham got a hold of my son Coulter, and he turned him right around. In the first year or two, he turned him right around, and he turned out to be a hell of a young man. We had lost Coulter in 2012, and it was a pretty traumatic experience for us, and Mr. Cunningham was there. It hurt him, just as much as it hurt the rest of us, because, you know, he takes that much passion in his kids. It was like he lost one of his own.
I must say that I'm extremely proud that you have received this recognition, not only for your work with all the fine men at Xavier, but also for your many years promoting youth wrestling for both boys and girls in the state of Connecticut. Your passion for the sport is to be admired. Well deserved.
I'm so proud of you for getting into this. You have dedicated so much time and so much caring for all these kids, and you've done a great job. Congratulations.
Congratulations on your induction. I'm honored to be part of a team that you coach, honored to have learned from you, from my experience.
Coach, congratulations on the Hall of Fame induction. It's very well deserved, and I can't thank you enough for all the hard work you put into this program.
I just want to say congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I know how much effort and work you put into what you do, and is very well deserved.
My name is Janine Cunningham, and I'm Mike's sister-in-law. And I just want to say congratulations to Mike on being inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
He loves the sport of wrestling. He deserves everything that's coming his way, every bit of praise. He's a great dad, and I really love him, and I'm proud of him.
Congratulations on the award. You definitely deserve it.
Congratulations to Coach Mike Cunningham, a 2022 Connecticut Chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee.